This is Smoking Out the Closet. Now, here are your hosts.
Hi, my name is Rayven. I use she, her pronouns.
I am Asmodeus. I use they, them pronouns.
Welcome back to another episode of Smoking Out the Closet. For those of you who are new or just joining us, we are a queer podcast that talks about cannabis,
the LGBT community,
and everything in between,
and beyond.
So welcome. Man, am I just...
Can I say real quick, I forgot we did that.
Yeah.
That's stoned right now. It's a good segue into what are we smoking today.
God, I am fucking high.
Jesus Christ, I love you, Strane. You're coming through with it fucking again. This is Compound Z, or if you're Raven, Compound Z. She's British.
Canadians pronounce it that way too.
Yeah, well, I don't care. It's Compound, the zigzaggy boy. Whatever you want to call it. Oh my goodness. I have not had Strane in way too long, and I need to actually go to fucking Liberty more.
Yeah.
And buy more shit.
We should go to one of their dispensaries.
Buy more Strane, because let me tell you, this is really good.
It was really fluffy too, yeah, like soft.
The taste was great.
Mm-hmm. Very fruity.
Very full, like a full flavor.
Mm-hmm.
This is 22% THC. The top terps on it are going to be limonene at 0.646, linalool at 0.441. That's probably what's making your eyes kind of sleepy, girls. Because Raven was having a hard time keeping her eyes open on the porch earlier. And then humulene 0.105, caryophyllene 0.275. Everything else is under 0.1%. 0.210 CBG and 0.250 CBGA, so that's nice, and it's an indica. The limonene is very nice though. I wouldn't say it makes me super tired like a typical indica would.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not feeling like more tired than I normally am at this time of night.
Yeah, because it is almost like 10 o'clock.
And like we've had a very long day.
Yeah, a very long fun day.
But like honestly, I try not to do a whole indica sativa hybrid thing a lot personally.
Yeah.
That could be a tangent after we finish this review though, because we keep going on tangents before we finish the reviews. My vote's 4 out of 5.
Yeah, I say the same. I really like it.
It's fucking certified Slapz. It's really nice. I don't know. I kind of wish some of the terps were a little better, but I mean, wait, there's fucking CBD in this?
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, I said that. It's nice. It's like,
yeah,
you don't see that much, and especially this is Strane, which I don't think any of their other strains have CBD in it.
Oh no, okay. Because like it's not on the breakdown potency analyst for any. Oh no, it has CBDA at 0.04. Okay, it's not bad.
No, it's good. It smells amazing too.
It does. Holy and it's shit. Really pretty.
Oh yeah. I already, if you were, by the time this is released, there's a picture on my Instagram that I did a fun, cute thing with something I picked up today. Little photo shoot with the nug, and then on the podcast Instagram there will be a picture of the nug.
Mm-hmm. Always post it after, like the day after I post the episode.
Yeah. So tomorrow, if you're listening when this is out, you're listening to this the day after it came out today.
Mm-hmm. I will say, going back to the lineage thing, so I don't know how you guys do it at your dispensaries usually, but where I work, we try to get in the habit of asking what kind of effect people are looking for. Now, you're going to have those people who are just, I want a hybrid high THC. And I'm like, and those guys, I'm like, all right, here you go.
Yeah, same.
I'll either give you the highest THC or like, oh, give me the best hybrid that's on sale. And I usually go like store brand stuff.
Yeah.
Like house brand.
Yeah.
So here you go.
I feel that. There's definitely two different kinds of like patients mostly.
And then there's people who are like, oh, I need this kind of relief. Can I get it? Like, I don't want a sativa. And I'm like, well, is there any particular reason why you don't want a sativa? I don't want to be like super energized. I have legit recommended a sativa before for somebody, and it helped them fall asleep.
Yeah.
Because it was really high in beta-myrcene and linalool.
It's all about the terpene makeup. And I also try to tell my patients that too. And like the people that are underneath me at work, since I am a manager and I say, hey, these terpenes are important. Like if people have questions, I told them to always come to me. A lot of my people already know what they're doing. They're real cool. But like if anybody does have any questions, definitely ask me. And like we'll learn together too.
Yeah.
And these terpenes are more important. They're just kind of botanical terms anymore of like indica, sativa, hybrid.
I mean, that's what they were originally. Like the final version of what we have today was coined by like a French botanist back in like the late 1800s. And like there are people who say like, oh, the terpenes aren't everything. They're just like essential oils of the plant. I'm like, okay, yeah, but there's a reason why we use essential oils in certain things.
There have been scientific studies that have shown links in the brain to like smells and like
or like even ingesting like
yeah.
essential oils are basically the purest form of a plant. That's why we use them in medicine for some things like freaking ginger, and you use ginger and you put that in like candy, like those like ginger candies I have.
Mm-hmm.
That's essentially just ginger essential oil in candy, infused with candy. And
when you go to the hospital, what is the most popular thing they have to give you? Real ginger ale.
Yeah.
Or like upset stomachs and stuff.
Yeah, and it's like a lot of that is basically the natural flavorings and everything are the essential oils.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the thing that a lot of people don't understand is linalool is found naturally in lavender. That's the essential, the terpene in lavender, which is why a lot of sleep aid stuff uses lavender.
Mm-hmm.
So there is some rhyme or reason to the terpenes in it. Now it's not the end all be all. I know that because cannabinoids also play a big part. If I know someone's like really having trouble sleeping, I'm gonna find a strain that has high either beta-myrcene or linalool. And then I'm also going to find something that has high CBN in it as well.
Mm-hmm.
Because CBN is a cannabinoid that helps with sleep. If I can find that, I found the golden goose for this person. Because they want to fall asleep, stay asleep. This is what should help them. Of course, everyone's body's a bit different. Everyone's endocannabinoid's a bit different. But I learned something recently, actually, that I don't think we've talked about on the podcast.
What's that?
Ingestibles can hit people on a scale, obviously, in a wide range. But the thing that basically determines how ingestibles or edibles work for you is an enzyme in the stomach that certain people genetically can or can't have. Some people have come in, and I learned this because someone goes like, "Yeah, I tried the capsules. They didn't work for me at all." And like they were going to like a high dosage.
Yeah.
And our farmers just chimed in. I was like, yeah, well, that's because like you might not have that enzyme. And I'm like, enzyme? What the heck enzyme are you talking about? I don't remember the name. But people cannot. Some people don't have a specific enzyme in their stomach acid in their stomach that basically makes it impossible to break down cannabis through ingestion.
Yeah.
And that fascinated me because some people like me have it where it's too strong, and then smaller doses feel like they're hitting you like a truck. But it's kind of like that whole cilantro gene
yeah,
too.
that I have that makes cilantro taste like soap to me.
See, my mom has that gene, but I don't. Apparently, because I don't taste soap when I eat cilantro, which is weird to me. Is it passed down through like the quote unquote dad?
Maybe.
Because I don't know his genetics.
I
Really, the only thing I have is mom's and my 23andMe.
Yeah.
So, yeah, is there anything you want to talk about bring up right away?
I'm trying to think if I had anything to add on what you were saying.
No worries.
No, I feel like also, even with like ingestibles, while we're still talking about that,
Yeah.
there's a lot of like varying effects and longevities and like onsets for different kinds of edibles too. Like if you're doing nanoemulsions
True.
or RSO capsules or just RSO or
Like
like
the Boost Press
the
tablets.
Boost press tablets or the other, like if you're getting like other press tablets from outside of the state and like New Jersey or wherever, or if you're doing trochees or like
Gummies in other
gummies
states.
or even tinctures.
Yeah, I mean that is true, and I think a lot of it is the extraction process and what they're made with.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the best version, and I was talking to a patient about this the other day. The best, because he was wanting to try RSO, but he's heard that if you don't get the exact dosage right, you might go a little too high, and you need to like ingest it with like a fat protein. Like, he's like, you gotta take it with milk. I can't drink milk. Like, what can I do? I don't really like peanut butter. And like, I don't really want to eat something when I take it. And I'm like, whoa, you're in good news. We don't have them in stock right now at the time, obviously. But we do have RSO capsules. Well, don't I have to take that with milk? I'm like, no, the container's made out of coconut oil. You just pop it and you swallow. You can swallow with water. You can dry swallow if I like here. I mean, they're kind of big, but I mean, you could if you're brave enough.
They're not. If you're talking about the grassroots ones, those ones aren't that big.
Yeah, but for some people, that's
Well,
kind
yeah,
of big to
I can
dry swallow.
Tylenol, so I
Yeah,
mean,
same.
most people can't do that. I keep forgetting. A lot of people can't do that. But I am the outlier here. I'm also the one who can chew up aspirin.
Oh God, no. Oh,
I just did that today. I did that earlier today when I got home from the heavy metal market.
So there's something I actually wanted to bring up. I don't want to end on a down note, so I'm going to start on a down note and we'll work back up.
Okay.
Hang on, let me pull out my notes because I knew I was going to be super high before I did this. Okay.
Good job, Pastor Rayven, making notes.
Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida, signed a series of bills that are affecting trans health in Florida, and I wanted to talk about that.
This asshole again.
Because of how bad it is. And my heart goes out to any of our listeners and any person in Florida right now because it's got to be a difficult time. So basically what's going on is only physicians can provide any form of gender affirming services to anybody. That's minors and adults. The problem with that, like like how we have it here in PA, about just ballpark 80% of all HRT stuff, prescription refills, scripts, everything is handled by nurse practitioners who give the paperwork to physicians to have them double check it. But it's pretty much handled by nurse practitioners, especially at things like Planned Parenthood, where because it's a very small, limited amount of physicians who are either willing or skilled in gender affirming stuff. But if they want to continue it, these physicians and the patient have to sign an informed consent document. But as of right now, the Florida Medical Board has not made a draft of it yet. And the earliest expected return to care for trans Floridians is mid-June by the earliest. So they're going to basically be waiting a month from now, waiting to get their refills or anything.
Good grief.
And trans activists, like us, I mean, I've been doing a lot on like the offline stuff. Have been warning people that the don't say gay bill or like the protect kids and stop gender affirming care for minors was just a stepping stone, and now we're seeing it. So minors can't receive any access to trans care, and anybody who is found helping them specifically, especially in the medical field, will be charged with a third-degree felony and 5 years imprisonment.
What the fuck?
Adults can be criminally charged if they don't use the bathroom that matches what they were assigned at birth, no matter what is on their birth certificate, social security card, or ID. And if you are considered too masculine or feminine for one bathroom, any person can report you to the authorities and you will be escorted out of the bathroom and have to wait for a blood test to determine that.
The fuck?
Now, here's the thing. That actually, after I made these notes and wrote this, just like the day yesterday or the day before, a more masculine kind of butch lesbian was using the women's bathroom and got yanked out of it by male police who were kind of deep in the women's bathroom to do this, because she didn't have any form of ID and other women were accusing her of being a trans woman. This is how it starts.
Ugh.
And it's a scary time, and I don't want everyone to feel scary for this, but we have to kind of rally against this.
This is unacceptable behavior.
It is. And it happened in North Carolina when the first, trans bathroom bill happened, and like a lot of cisgender women, people like my mom who just happen to like wearing short hair and men's jeans because they're comfortable because she's a tall woman, that could end up having, they ended up, like, people like my mom ended up getting harassed and attacked because they said they were trans when they're not. It's just, it's a hard time, and it's fucking stupid because it's not about protecting the kids. That was a fucking lie.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not about religious freedom because there's nothing in the Bible or the Torah or anything that says, attack people for who they are.
Yeah.
It's bigotry and hatred and using a community as a scapegoat to gain power. That's all it is. Because the Republicans don't have any plans for any economic, trying to get the debt ceiling, canceled that we have already signed off on.
They're using trans people as a red herring so people will pay attention to something else.
And not what they're doing.
Exactly.
Like cutting fucking benefits to the fucking VA. Oh, we respect our troops. Bull fucking shit you do. Oh, I have another one, but this is more of a fuck around and find out kind of story. Unless you wanted to add something.
No.
To that. No. I know it was a lot, and that's why I asked you.
Yeah, it's fucking unacceptable.
It is.
And fucking terrifying.
I know. But things are getting better. Things are starting slow. We're actually seeing a lot of the more recent polls that this whole like trans scare boogeyman thing is not actually a successful model. And a lot of people are very low in the polls with it. I think Florida's the one exception. Florida's also got a lot of people who are kind of Florida manish.
Well, Florida can secede from the United States for all the fuck I care.
They
can just leave. They can see themselves out. They can chisel their way off and become an island. I don't care.
Yeah, I just feel bad for the people who are like kind of stuck there.
I know, and it fucking sucks. And that is why, and it should be unnecessary for other states to have like refuge laws for states. But they need them. Like,
yeah,
bordering states to Florida, start thinking about things like this. Because it's a great time to be an ally. It's a great time to step up. It's a great time to fucking do something about it.
No, you're right. So, the fuck around and find out story that happened recently. The LA Dodgers are in some hot water now.
Oh boy.
So, the LA Dodgers are doing a Pride Night here real soon. And, they were going to give out some awards for people who were like exceptional in the community, did a lot of good and everything. And because of other states and these bigoted fueled Christian groups like Million Moms and the American Christian Network and everything that's helping sign a lot of the anti-LGBT bills. Basically, the LA Dodgers are pandering to them and rescinded the reward for the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. The Sisters are basically a drag group from the late 70s. I want to say it was like 78, 79 when they formed.
Mhm.
That were kind of being satirical of the Christian and Catholic churches.
Mhm.
By dressing up as drag queen nuns and doing performances like that.
I love everything about it.
But they're also really big in the AIDS movement. They were helping a lot of people with AIDS.
Mhm.
They're so big with the AIDS movement that their logo is sewn into the AIDS quilt. That's in the Smiths. That's in DC in the
The
museum.
Smithsonian Museum.
Thank you. Couldn't pronounce it for some reason.
It's okay. I've
But
been to a couple of those. I can't remember which ones. It's been a long time ago now.
it's same. But because of their efforts and everything, they're a very prominent part of California's queer history.
Mhm.
And because the LA Dodgers caved into basically people who are affecting the LGBT community, and they caved to that, now they're trying to find a compromise because lots of people who were sponsoring groups that were sponsoring that Pride Night, like certain Pride and LGBT organizations, are backing out now because they're like, no, you see, they're important. And you basically just said, no, we're not going to do that because some homophobic people were saying, oh, we're going to sue or do this or that. And
you got scared.
Yeah. And now you're hoping for a compromise to get all your sponsors back, but all the sponsors are like, no, you can't compromise. You're either fully with us or not. You're not like half an ally. You're not an ally for the entire community. You're not an ally.
Mm-hmm.
It's plain and simple.
And also, in a way, it also shows that maybe this was only for money that they're doing this.
Yeah. So I sent on my personal email to their comment department and everything, and basically told them that they screwed up, and like I just said, that you can't be half an ally, and that this has never happened in Pittsburgh with the Pirates. We take care of our own in Pittsburgh. You wouldn't see the Pirates cave into pressure like this. They would have been like, hey, listen here, Jagoffs.
See yourself out.
Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here, Nat. So yeah, that was a very strong, very wordy letter to them. I pretty much shortened it for the pod.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the LA Dodgers just got a big case of fuck around and find out.
Mm-hmm.
And now they fucked around. Now they're finding out.
Also, I do apologize. I'm moving around. I'm wearing shorts on this pleather couch, and it's making weird noises. I just want to point that out. It's happened a couple times.
What can we say? We're the Lo-Fi podcast.
Yeah, I just feel bad, but I'm not putting pants back on. I haven't had pants on all day. I have had shorts on all day.
Yeah, no, it's hot.
Yeah,
it's been a warm day. But starting some of the good stuff that's up there, I'm making more stickers.
Fuck yeah, I would have so many stickers. I got so many stickers today too.
Yeah, you did.
I want to put so many QR codes everywhere for our podcast. It's not even funny. Make me 1,000, a sheet of 1,000. I will pre-perforate the back, and I'm just gonna slap them everywhere.
Okay. So we're not gonna have any merch online yet. I'm still trying to make a website and everything. I'm probably just gonna go through Wix because it's free.
Yeah.
To be honest, or Substack or something.
Yeah.
But
I have very little experience with Wix, so maybe I can try and like finagle something.
Yeah. But we will eventually be selling merch all year round with like the stickers and stuff.
Okay.
I will not be going through Etsy. I am going to tell everybody that now. Etsy kind of screwed over the entire crafting home selling community. So a lot of us, like we had an Etsy store before we started the podcast, and we were part of the mass exodus that was like, no, we're not doing Etsy anymore. So, if we do get a shop, we're gonna just have to like do everything by hand ourselves.
Yeah.
So, which is fine because it's more profit for us.
Yeah. Because if we just have an internet site shop,
Mm,
you know, throw it out there and that.
yeah.
Make business cards for the shop too.
Yeah.
And then people can find the podcast through the shop. That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm. And then, also how with like Patreon stuff, I'll make like monthly stickers or something like that.
That'd be cool. Throw them into the tiers.
Mm-hmm. Is there anything you wanted to say before break?
I don't think so.
Can we talk about your little crochet thing you did recently?
Oh, my little mushroom dude over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, I crocheted a little mushroom guy. I got tired of making all these fucking granny squares. I'm finally down to the last one, I think, that I need for this sweater, finally. And I'm going to iron them and sew them all together. But I was like, I need a break. So I found this pattern for this mushroom online. And I kind of improvised with the sizing. But he came out real cute. And I was like, I'm thinking about putting a face on him. And I did. A little purple cap, white spotted mushroom with a little trippy face on him. He looks cute. He's sitting beside my purple and black lava lamp.
I love it.
And my Pinky Mouse and my newly acquired scarab.
Yeah, you got a preserved in glass scarab.
That is fucking cool. I don't think it's glass. I think it's resin, but it's really nice, like clear resin.
It might be.
It's so cute. I love it. It came in a little coffin box. Actually, the coffin box, if you look at my 420 NB Instagram, the coffin box that the weed is sitting on, that is the slime that the scarab was in. Fun facts about my day. Because we went to the heavy metal market. That was fun.
We did. Let's see. I really need to set us a table there.
That would be so much fun.
I
want to start crocheting shit and selling it, but I would need to make a lot of crochet stuff.
Trying to think anything else short we could talk about before the break. Oh yeah, Pittsburgh Pride. Just a reminder for folks: Pittsburgh Pride Revolution is around the corner.
We're gonna be there.
We're gonna be there. We got most of the stuff we need.
Yeah.
Just needed like a little canopy awning thingy.
We should look. We're going back to Costco. We should look.
Yeah, we should. So we don't get hot. But yeah, we pretty much have everything set up. We got a table. We got
my
chairs.
First Pride.
Yeah.
DT Dubs, baby's first Pride over here.
So I was thinking, so we registered to be in the March, but the March pulls into or ends where all the tables and everything are set up to sell stuff. So I might just stay at the table and have you be part of the March if you want.
That'd be so freaking cool.
Because I've been in a March. I've been in the New York Pride March.
I want to find TST. I kind of want to.
Yeah.
Go be with them since we don't have a banner or anything to be in the March.
Yeah, true. I can just make a sign. Smoking out the closet podcast. Ask me about my pod. I don't know a whole lot's been going on besides that. I'm just kind of zeroing in on working on that, to be honest. I got so many sticker designs and everything. It's just they're gonna be cute, and I'll post them on our Instagram too.
Heck yeah!
So
I love all these stickers.
Oh yeah, you even got to see my like rough drafts too.
I love getting to see the process.
Cool.
Oh, Phineas just made the cutest noise.
But on that note, we're gonna go on our break, and we'll be right back.
Yeah.
Alrighty, and we are back. So I heard something. One patient came in and kind of introduced me to this idea, but Las Vegas is apparently really cheap as a travel destination in the country. Where like you can actually get decent hotels for pretty cheap ish. I mean, they're not like they're way cheaper than the freaking hotel you got, the room you got us for when we got married
In Pittsburgh.
in Pittsburgh.
Literally in our backyard right now. That I drive past sometimes.
Yeah. And I was like, what, $300 something?
I think so. For one night.
For one night.
Like $345, I think, after tax and everything.
Yeah, for just downtown Pittsburgh.
For downtown Pittsburgh. But it had a gorgeous view of the bridge and the river, and it was pretty.
And you can see the incline. But
It was
anyway,
worth it.
Anyway, definitely. For $184 per night with a king-size bed, you could stay at Las Vegas's first cannabis-friendly hotel set to open next month.
Oh my god, I need to go.
The Lexi Hotel shared that the resort will open its doors to the public on Friday, June 2nd. The one-of-a-kind boutique hotel promises to be a game changer in the city's hospitality scene. Okay. Sorry, I tried. My brain was doing that weird thing again.
It's okay, I tried to help you.
I know. After undergoing a multi-million-dollar renovation, developers say the 64-room property is the first hotel to open in Las Vegas in 2023, and the only cannabis-inclusive property in town.
Hell yeah.
With the Lexi, instead of merely refreshing the hotel, we took a bold step to introduce an entirely brand new innovation features. Eagerly anticipating the realization of our vision in Las Vegas, every aspect of the property, ranging from rooms, the pool, the bar, the lounge, and the lobby, has undergone a comprehensive evolution, and our team is committed to providing world-class hospitality to all guests while also making history with the first cannabis-friendly hotel. So the property will have guest rooms and suite and include an entire fourth floor that will be designated as a cannabis-friendly section of the hotel. The fourth floor will feature a state-of-the-art reservoir air filtration system that employs an advanced oxidation cell technology, probably to just like make sure it doesn't spread to the rest of the hotel.
Yeah, so it doesn't smell.
But basically, this hotel is going to have their fourth floor be a cannabis smoking section.
Oh my god, that's great.
Like hotels used to have, like, do you want a smoking or non-smoking room? End up on the fourth floor. I would definitely love the smoking. But for $184 a night with a king-size bed.
We need to figure out how much tickets are going to be to go, because, like, we need to go.
That's the most expensive part, I feel like, of going to Las Vegas.
Well, we can get a discount one of two ways, either through the Union or through Costco.
True. We can also see how much tickets will be with, like, military stuff.
Yeah. Gosh, this would be so much fun.
But the thing is, if we do go to Vegas, we are going to have an episode entirely dedicated to Planet 13.
Oh, absolutely.
And the Omega Mart.
Yes. And you best believe those two trips are going to be connected in some way.
Oh, yeah.
If you catch my drift.
So one thing I really like, and I keep bringing it, we've watched it, probably like 2 or 3 times, the Planet 13 drone tour.
Oh my god, yes.
It looks so freaking cool.
It's huge.
Is it touristy and gimmicky? Hell yes. Do I want to go there?
Absolutely.
Hell yes. I mean, first, weed. Second of all, edible section. Third of all, a fucking restaurant. Sign me up. I'm a foodie.
Please.
I'm a foodie.
Please, I want to be able to also, I wonder if I could consume what I purchased there. So, like, if I get a...
Probably not. I'm not sure how
medicated beverage.
Yeah, I'm not sure how Vegas's laws are, or Nevada's laws are altogether, but we will learn and talk about them.
Gosh, I would love to go.
Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be super cool to kind of go and just like have fun there. Plus, it's Vegas, you know?
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't even really want to gamble. I might at most have like $100 to gamble, and if I lose it the first day, cool. I lose it the first day. You want to play the penny
I just
slots? I
want to
know
sit at the
that.
penny slots. That's what I want to do. I am my mother's child. I will just. I don't care. I just want to watch it spinnies.
What the heck is a penny slot?
They're really really cheap slots. It's literally like 3 pennies max to get like all of the directions, so like the diagonals and the across the middle, and
Okay.
then the payout I think max is like $100. So it's real low.
Yeah. No,
It's
that's
real
fair.
low bet, low reward. But my mom has won like $100 on it one time.
Okay.
But real cheap. It's just the cheapest slots there.
Yeah, you had something you were showing me earlier today that you wanted to talk about.
Is it the article?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I wasn't quite sure if that was your segue.
No, you're good.
This thing I found today earlier, which I was really excited about, and it was published 13 hours ago, and I think I found it just as it was published like 4 hours ago. But bipartisan Pennsylvania senators team up on new marijuana legalization bill. I briefly skimmed over this before we're talking about it on the podcast, so I know which important points to hit. A bipartisan pair of Pennsylvania senators announced on Friday they will soon file for a bill to legalize marijuana in the Commonwealth. What is SENS? Is that senator?
Let me see.
It's an abbreviation for something.
Yeah, so it's senators and then
senators.
Yeah.
Dan Laughlin, Republican, and Sheriff Street, Democrat, who have partnered on cannabis reform in previous sessions, shared some details about forthcoming proposal, which would create a commercial marijuana market for adults 21 and older, and a co-sponsorship memo seeking support from colleagues as they prepare to introduce it. Sorry, you seem like you were going to say something.
Yeah. I will say some of the stuff that both Laughlin and Sheriff have introduced in the past, and some of the things they have said on and offline and in person and things have kind of been like they both voted no for home grow.
It's funny you say that.
Huh.
It's in here.
It's in here. Did they fucking
It's in
change their
here.
mind? Because fucking Laughlin has voted no multiple times
We'll
for
get
home
there.
grow stuff.
We'll get there. It's in here, but we'll get there. Quote, legalized adult use of marijuana is supported by an overwhelming majority of Pennsylvanians. Legalization accomplishes that while also ensuring safety and social equity, Laughlin said in a press release. He talked about our neighboring states, New Jersey and New York, implementing adult use, and no surprise, mentioned the millions of dollars of tax revenue we are going to miss out on if we don't legalize it. No surprise there. Also mentions that we're going to get thousands of new jobs, which is going to be fucking great. While the bill hasn't been officially filed, the text is not yet available, but the senators said it would, quote, improve upon our proposal from last session. They described the effort as a bipartisan approach to legalize adult use in marijuana in Pennsylvania. Daw Fidler, Laughlin's legislative director, told Marijuana Moment in an email that the bill is currently in progress and they've done some changes and updates that they're working on. Senator press release says the forthcoming legislation would prioritize public safety, giving law enforcement the ability to, quote, adjudicate impaired driving and empower them to eradicate the illicit market. I'm not quite sure what they mean by that. Other than I know they want to stamp out the legacy market.
Yeah,
but
they're basically trying to like give if they're not going to allow like small businesses to be able to grow and flourish, it's basically going to give the entire MSOs that have the entire Commonwealth in a chokehold right now more control, because they're basically being like they're going to do what like moonshiners did. They're basically going to go after moonshiners and arrest them for selling alcohol because it's not regulated or pushed through, because back in those days, like, you couldn't even like give it to your buddies. So
further legislation would allow medical cannabis patients to grow their own plants, prohibit marketing that targets youth, and, quote, set workplace requirements regarding marijuana use for all of those operating in good faith. There will also be social equity provisions facilitating expungements for prior marijuana convictions, and prioritizing licensing for people most harmed by the drug war, the senator said. They added the framework that will provide, quote, room for new and existing licensees to ensure demand in Pennsylvania is met, and will continue measures aimed at also empowering farmers and craft growers across the state to engage in cultivation of marijuana in a manner that is safe and regulated. Street said the state has a unique and singular opportunity to correct decades of mass incarceration, disproportionate enforcement against marginalized communities, and the criminalization of personal choice and perpetuation of violence, which all materialized from the failed war on drugs. Closing statements: legalizing the adult use of cannabis will help us fully and equitably fund education, lower property tax, and address a variety of community needs throughout Pennsylvania, he said. You better be talking about the fucking potholes there, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Because these goddamn potholes.
Friggin' birth the bus.
Fucking Christ. And he goes on to talk about how New York and New Jersey have already implemented their adult use. Failure to do what we probably should have done already, basically, is, quote, permanently ceding hundreds of millions of dollars in new tax revenue, as well as thousands of jobs at a time when taxpayers can least afford it.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, knowing that everybody's going to leave to our neighboring states to buy this stuff and come back. So, I mean, hey, if they can both agree that this is something we should have done a while ago and that they definitely need to do now, it's only fair. It also goes on to say the Pennsylvania House lawmakers have also filed separate bills to legalize marijuana sales through state-run stores, which I'm not for. I don't like that. Legalize marijuana sales through state-run stores, yeah, and provide permits for farmers and small agricultural businesses.
Which that part I do agree with.
Yes.
Like for farmers and small ag businesses, yeah, sure, fuck
but
it.
Don't put it in fucking state stores.
No.
And I talked to a patient about this before too. And I was like, how do you feel about this? They're like, no.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, for a frame of reference, I was looking for Blue Coruscant. And they were not quite sure where it was. And you want them to be selling you your cannabis?
Mm-hmm.
No. Josh Shapiro, the Democrats, supports enacting cannabis reform to legalize the tax adult use cannabis. And it goes on to just talk about some other things. And obviously, they were talking about the gun reform in here too.
Okay.
To protect gun rights for cannabis consumers, there was a letter the Laughlin sent to state law enforcement for particularly medical patients in light of federal court's recent ruling on the issue.
Okay. So that's the thing with the home grow part that kind of intrigues me, and probably because a lot of us on Twitter have been calling out Laughlin on it.
Yeah.
So a while ago, I want to say like last year or the year before, there was a bill, House Bill or HB 1024, which was an amendment to the Pennsylvania medical program to basically allow patients to grow their own plants. It was motioned to table, which means postpone indefinitely. And it lost by 8 votes. 29 people voted yes to postpone it indefinitely, and 21 voted no. The people who voted no or to table it permanently is mostly the GOP in the state. So that is Argyle, Baker, Brooks, Dush, Gordner, Langerholk, Martin, Mensch, Phillips Hill, Ament, Bartolotta, Brown, Corman, DeSanto, Gebhard, Hutchin, Laughlin, Mastriano, and Pittman. Now, there's more. Sorry. Sabatina, Salvia, Schwenk, Street, Williams A, Williams L, Tartellone, San Terracerio, Muth, Kearney, Haywood, and I think I said oh wait, no, hang on. I'm sorry. I read that backwards. Okay, so Phillips Hill, yes. Pittman, yes. Reagan, Robinson, Salvino, Stefiano, Vogel, Ward K, Yudchak, Yaw, Ward, and Thompson. all voted yes. Street voted no to not table it permanently. So basically, I could screenshot this and put it on our Instagram.
Wait, I'm very confused now.
Yeah, sorry, it was the way I was saying it. Basically, in this picture here, everyone that's green voted to basically kick it out. So basically, where I was like Muth, Sabatina, Savolo, Schwank, Street, Williams A, Williams L, Targalone, and Santorizo, and Muth.
Mhm.
Those people, I accidentally said they voted to table it indefinitely. I meant to say they tabled it. They said no to tabling indefinitely.
Okay.
I misread it when I got it the bigger picture
Understandable.
and flipped the colors. So I can go over the full list again if you want.
No, I got it now. I understand now.
But yeah, it's basically after Mastriano, it's Phillips, Hill, Pittman, Reagan, Robinson, Savello, Stefiano, Tomlinson, Vogel, Ward J, Ward K, Yaw, and Yodacek. For those of you who are following that are still kind of like listening and not having a hard time following, I just want to make sure y'all got it.
Everybody understands what's going on here.
Yeah.
So it tracks that this is the natural progression.
Yeah. So Street voted to keep it. The co-writer of the bill, Street, basically said, "Hey, no, we're gonna have home grow. Don't table this bill."
Mm-hmm.
Laughlin said, "No, we're gonna table it." The funny thing is, Ward K, Senator Ward, has basically been toting around on Twitter as well, saying that we need to get the program better. There's so many people who use cannabis, and she's trying to tout herself as like this like proactive cannabis voice. And everyone was like, "You voted no for you, or you voted to stop people getting home grow in the state of Pennsylvania. You basically made it harder for cannabis patients." Like, really? But yeah, voting documents are so weird to read. I'm just going to tell you that right now. I had to look up what motion to the table meant. Because if you're reading it and thinking motion to table means put it forward to like the next step, it looks like all the GOPs voted yes to like move it forward. That's why I had to like I had to look that up. Voting as like I'm learning more with like stuff and following stuff between like LGBT stuff and cannabis stuff. I'm learning so much more about how like point of orders work for the government, even more than like I learned when I was in like a fraternity, and like how bills move and how they vote them and like what the language says. Also, little side tangent. There was a speaker for a state senate or house, I'm not sure where or what, I think it was Texas, who was so drunk he was propping himself up with his one elbow and going, "As the motion carries, bam." I'm like, how is not breaking decorum? But someone standing with protests for like gun violence is.
The fuck? Double standard.
Yeah, it really is. I guess we got some time. I could talk about what the cool thing that happened with Tiny Soda. It's a quote from what's that movie about the blue parrots? Rio.
Okay.
Where the one the what's his name? Jesse Eisenberg voices the main character. And basically he's I think it's Jesse Eisenberg. But he voices the main. They're from like Minnesota. He's like one of the last blue parrots. And then when he comes down and he's trying to get the other surviving blue parrot, who's a native of Brazil, and they're going on hijinks and everything, and she misremembers him saying he's from Minnesota, so she thinks it's tiny soda.
Tiny soda.
It's like, you can go back to tiny soda.
Tiny soda.
So every time I bring up Minnesota, that's kind of what plays in my head.
Tiny soda. It's like how when I think of Michigan.
Michigan.
A state that doesn't exist. From my favorite podcast.
The Minnesota Senate, this is also from Marijuana Moment, approves marijuana legalization bill and is sending it to the governor, which was published 2 days ago. Minnesota State has sent a bill to legalize marijuana to the governor's desk to be signed into law. Senators passed the legislation from Lindsey Port, Democrat, and Representative Zach Stephenson, Democrat, in a 34-32 vote on Saturday morning. So, last week.
Oh, yeah.
The best way we can protect our kids from access to cannabis is by legalizing it and regulating it. This is an adult use cannabis bill, which will be sold in 21 plus locations, just like we sell alcohol, Port said ahead of the vote. So essentially, ow. Minnesota's going to have legal cannabis.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really intriguing, like, what that's going to look like.
Yeah.
I did read the article before, and I tried making some notes on, like, what it, like, anything that's, like, really big in it. And I don't recall anything. There's nothing I have. Other than, like, they're going to have, Port says that, like, they're going to have social equity programs and everything. We've seen how other states have signed those into law and how really great those work sarcastically. She said.
Yeah.
Because, like, California's social equity programs basically dead on arrival. Now, apparently New York and a couple other states have been doing really well, but, like, we'll see. Because, like, a lot of them are going to, like, oh, we're going to do veterans first. I'm like, okay, but what about the people that wanted to enlist that couldn't during, like, certain laws, like Don't Ask, Don't Tell, or, like, you know, the LGBT ban the government had, which could, you know, cause some issues. Also, like, a lot of people during the AIDS epidemic use cannabis, so maybe we should also help them. But also people of color who've been racially charged with a lot of things.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many things we could do with social equity programs with cannabis, and yet we're kind of just dropping the ball on them, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think Minnesota is going to be any different, unfortunately. And that's kind of sad, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't have anything else major topic wise.
I don't either.
But there is something I kind of want to talk about, though.
Your pickle lighter?
Yeah, besides that. But yeah, let's talk about my pickle lighter you got me here recently.
I know you said you wanted to talk about your pickle lighter.
So, at the closest gas station to us, Sheets, which we usually take for, like, snack runs and stuff, they've been selling lighters at the front counter, and one has a pickle on it. And Asmodeus has been eyeing it for a minute for me.
And I'm like, it just screams Rayven. It just says Rayven on it. And I need to buy this for Rayven. Why haven't I just bought this for Rayven? And then there was one that I liked. And I was like, well, if I'm going to buy one for myself, I might as well buy that one for Rayven too. And so I was like, okay, cool. We'll just get new lighters. And you're like, you don't have to buy it for me right now. And I was like, Rayven, I've been looking at this lighter for you for weeks. Let me buy it for you. And I was with the lady at the counter that it was really cute. She's like chuckling at us. I was like, here.
I mean, it's just, I don't know, like, am I pickle obsessed? Maybe. Is it because I'm trans? No, I was like this before the transition. I like pickles.
She snuck a whole ass large thing of Mount Olive pickles into the Costco cart today, and I had no idea that she picked it up and put it in there.
I didn't even sneak it. I just put it in like normal.
Must not have just been paying attention.
You have the passive perception skills of a slug, hun.
You know,
you don't know what's near you till it's in your face.
Yeah, no, I don't.
I love you.
Why you gotta call me out? Jesus. You're so loud.
Sorry.
It's fine.
I'll be quiet.
I love you.
I love you too. No, the thing I wanted to talk about was edibles.
Edibles.
Specifically in other states, and
Excuse me. Sorry.
how some of them are kind of like there was like this big GOP thing about how like why are we letting these cannabis companies get away by making like gummies and stuff and like selling like nerds rope with weed in it and having the packaging look like nerds and all that blah 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 blah. Okay, and I know we talked about it before, but I kind of want to bring it up again because it's getting fucking annoying to me.
Yeah.
Like, we have literal beer that looks exactly like a fucking Turner's iced tea, but in a can. And fucking Dunkin' Donuts branded beer with jelly donuts on it. I mean, I'm sorry. That's also enticing the kids.
Yeah, like, can we just cut this double standard shit? Honestly, it's getting so fucking old.
It is. And, like, yeah. Can they get into legal trouble right now? Probably not, because it's such a gray area.
Yeah.
But, like, yeah, once it goes, more kick and caboodle and everything, like, yeah, they could probably get in legal trouble, which that just make it like off-brand nerds. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
don't even have to make it nerds. Like, it doesn't have to be Cookie Crisp. It can just be like we saw at Aldi's, cookies.
Also, if you do Cookie Crisp, I think Kellogg's would probably get mad.
Yeah. But that's what I mean, though.
Don't forget, their Frosted Flakes make you not want to masturbate.
We don't have time.
Regular cornflakes.
We don't have time to bring that up for the audience to get that.
If you
reference.
have a spare moment and you want to laugh, go look at the original reason of why cornflakes were invented. You'll thank me later.
Fucking Kellogg's, man.
Just fucking weirdo.
Like the actual Kellogg's guy.
He's a
like,
fucking weirdo.
The namesake of the company is just fucking weird.
He is a weird man. Was a weird man. I don't know why I'm talking about him like he's still alive.
Yeah, he done dead.
He done dead. Done did dead. Ooh. Oh boy. Oh, sorry.
I'm good. I think that's kind of it. But yeah, but like, just fucking dude, who cares,
Yeah.
Like, I would love to have fucking like a gummy bear that just made me high.
I can make you those.
I know. But we're gonna have to use distillates because RSO just seems to fucking hit me like it.
Yeah, RSO is fucking powerful. Be careful with that RSO, everybody.
I think that's all I have for this episode.
That's all I got.
Okay. Oh, while I have a minute.
Yo, what's up?
Fucking work. Can I just vent about work a little bit for everybody? We lost power. We had a storm. We lost power. And we were getting yelled at by a bunch of people for running on a generator and hope. Like, our internet wasn't even working, so we had to, like, have a hotspot.
Nuts.
Like, it was ridiculous.
Yeah, the internet did go out for a little bit after the power was... Like, the power came back on here in the apartment because I was home that day. And the internet took a little bit to come back on, but, like...
And I didn't want to deal with it. I'm not fucking getting paid to do IT crap.
Not your job.
So... But I guess we should probably sign off here.
Yeah.
My name is Rayven. Once again, my pronouns are she, her.
I'm Asmodeus. I use the them pronouns.
And we'll see you all next time.
Bye.
Bye.